So, if you've ever lived in Europe, traveled to Europe, or even thought about visiting Europe, you may have heard people tell you, beware of the gypsies. Watch out for them. They're criminals, pickpockets. They're all beggars or scammers. They don't live by the laws of society. They refuse to send their children to school. They get married as children. They don't want to get jobs. They're dangerous. Those are the racial stereotypes spread all over the world about gypsies. That's why a lot of Romani people don't even like using that word, because all of those negative connotations attached to it makes it a racial slur towards our people. These are racial and ethnic stereotypes attributed to Romani people. Now you may be watching this video and saying, but these stereotypes are true. I've seen it myself. I've seen it on TV. I've heard this from all generations of my family. It must be true, especially the gypsies from Romania. Heck, I've even heard fellow Romani people tell me the same exact thing and spread this rhetoric. Oh, Romanian gypsies, they're making a bad name for our people. So what's actually going on? What's the deal with these stereotypes? In my past videos, I've talked about the history of these stereotypes, where they originated from, how they're rooted in racism towards skin color and chattel slavery. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about present day. We're going to talk about how these stereotypes are kept alive to this day, and how they affect Romani people around the world, and especially in Romania. Now y'all know I love sharing my history with you, as a mixed Romani person from Romania. However, I can't do this video alone. I don't live in Romania anymore, and I can't say that those experiences are mine. So, come with me to Romania. We're in Romania, in Bucharest. I'm with Zita Moldovan.
Hello.
Wearing her new collection of Loli jeans. And we have a lot of big stuff coming up. So for my first day in Romania, I got the chance to meet up with the wonderful Zita Moldovan, a Romani actress, television personality, and fashion designer from Romania. She actually designed the jacket that I'm wearing right now and that I've been wearing throughout this video. Now, Zita is someone who has been involved in the Romani community of Romania and around the world for a very long time, working tirelessly with her colleagues to fight and combat these negative stereotypes around Romani people, and specifically Romani women. Along with another Romani actress, Mihaela Dragan, she co-founded a Romani theater company called Juvlipen, which means feminism in the Romani language. There, she and other Romani actors work to combat this stereotypical representation of Romani people as just being traditional and stuck in their ways, showing a modern approach to Romani people and our culture, and a feminist one as well. Now, I had the chance to interview Zita about the Romani experience in Romania, how she deals with the stereotypes, the cultural appropriation, the discrimination, and even more, and the work that she is doing to combat them.
Creat o platformă și eu și Mihaela Dragan pentru actorii și actrițele rome din România. Asta pentru că de foarte multe ori nouă ni se dau roluri stereotipale. Încă se mai întâmplă lucrul ăsta, din păcate, atunci când suntem chemate la castinguri sau când ni se oferă un rol, este același rol stereotipal pe care îl întâlnim foarte des și în filmele românești, și în filmele străine, și în emisiunile de aici din România și nu numai, și atunci am vrut cumva să venim și să contracarăm această imagine pe care romii o au, din păcate. Ceea ce facem noi, prin munca noastră, prin arta noastră, prin teatru pe care îl facem, aducem ceva nou, aducem arta noastră romă contemporană, vorbim despre noi, avem o reprezentare și o autoreprezentare, adică noi romii vorbim în numele nostru, creăm roluri care nu sunt stereotipale, vorbim foarte mult despre femeile rome, vorbim despre hipersexualizarea femeilor rome și despre multe alte lucruri despre care atunci când se vorbește în spațiul public sau vedem în filme, se vorbește doar din punct de vedere al stereotipurilor. Și atunci noi venim și creăm o altă imagine, o imagine reală a romilor, de fapt, pentru că până acum tot ce am văzut a fost o imagine mistică, o imagine care nu ne reprezenta și nu ne reprezintă pe noi, pe romi. Și da, sunt foarte mândră pentru că eu prin arta pe care o fac celebrez cultura romă și vorbesc despre cultura noastră romă și o aduc în contemporan. De asemenea, hainele mele de foarte multe ori au fost și sunt copiate. Mi-am văzut hainele purtate în diferite emisiuni. pur și simplu, munca mea este furată așa, fără să mi se dea niciodată credit. E deranjant acest lucru și mă afectează cumva, pe mine mai puțin, dar afectează întreaga cultură romă, pentru că de fapt de aici pornește toată discriminarea, dacă e să ne gândim puțin așa mai profund. Toată discriminarea și tot rasismul de aici pornește. Atunci când tu te folosești de o cultură doar pentru a face, adică te folosești doar în scopuri personale, iar atunci când chiar există o problemă despre cultura aia, tu nu ți asumi niciodată, nu vorbești în spațiu public despre lucrul acesta. Și marile case de modă fac asta, nu doar televiziunile din România. Marile case de modă din lume, și nu dăm nume, au făcut întregi colecții despre Gypsy Collection se numeau. Niciodată nu au dat credit culturii rome, niciodată nu au spus că s-au inspirat din cultura romă și că acele linii pe care ei le folosesc sunt de fapt din cultura noastră, sunt simboluri ale culturii noastre, de exemplu roata. Roata este folosită de foarte multe ori în foarte multe colecții și niciodată nu s-a spus că această roată este de inspirație romă sau că apare pe steagul romilor și că este un simbol al nostru. Este foarte important să dăm credit unei culturi care an la rândul a fost discriminată, a fost persecutată. Istoria noastră a romilor este una dureroasă. Avem cea mai mare sclavie din lume, 500 de ani de sclavie. Eu cred că măcar atât merită cultura romă, să se vorbească, să-i se dea credit și să vorbim despre această cultură așa cum trebuie, într-un mod onest și într-un mod cât mai rațional și să nu încercăm să stereotipizăm, să mistificăm și să avem impresia că romii sunt ceva așa foarte departe de noi, ceva de neatins, e așa o cultură de... Să ne gândim că suntem într-un vis. Nu, e foarte reală, e foarte actuală, e foarte contemporană, e aici lângă noi și e cu noi. Trebuie să recunoaștem asta.
And since I've received so much love from my Indian followers who are curious about Romani people and our history, being a people that originates in India, I thought I would ask her a question that is very, very frequent in my comments. What do the Romani people in Europe think of their cousins back in India?
Te penavareso paroma anda India. So te penav amen sam Roma, hai abilam anda India. Te me cam afte java anda India, da si bud dur. Hai na jolav kai sote krap kai te jav kode. So te mai penav tu menge. Te traiem te del hotel tu men bud baktai sastimos.
Now on that same day, thanks to Zita, I actually had the honor of being interviewed myself on national TV in Romania for a show called From the Life of the Roma, Din Viața Romilor. It is the oldest show dedicated to the Roma minority in Romania. It's almost as old as I am, and it was created to show Romania the truth about Romani people and our culture and our values. Basically, what I'm trying to do right now. Their motto is learn about us and who we are from us, because the majority of the time it's other people talking for us. We don't have representation of our own, of us telling other people how our culture is. Most people learn about Romani culture through stereotypes and stereotypical representation. This show is to combat that. Every week they show off the tireless work of the Romani community, from its leaders to its elders to its youth to everyday people, working together and working hard to promote the Romani culture and values. Actual Romani culture, not the stereotypes. They go to Romani communities all around Romania, giving voices to people who are voiceless for so long. They share success stories, they share our beautiful music and culture, they talk about history and all the other great things. For my interview, we talked about the Romani diaspora, how I got started on social media, my history, and talking about how Romani people have been influential worldwide. Here are some clips from my interview translated into English.
Spune-ne, care crezi tu că ar fi cea mai bună strategie în lume pentru eliminarea discriminării și a stereotipurilor?
Da, educația. Educația e 100% ce trebuie să facem și nu e educație... Noi trebuie să educăm poporul despre cultura noastră, nu alții. Că alții spun greșit, spun misinformații și asta e natural. Noi avem o cultură mai închisă și e greu să afli despre noi, despre istoria noastră. Asta e de ce postez videoclipuri, că nu există ăștia în engleză care vorbesc despre cultura noastră și tradițiile noastre. Și toți se duc pe stereotip. Dacă n-au altundeva unde să învață despre noi, se duc pe ce aud. Și eu cred că discriminarea, educația e ce trebuie să... Soluția, da. Gypsy, Roma, pentru ei e ceva exotic, e ceva, uite, nou, marea majoritate nici nu știu că venim din India sau istoria noastră, e numai ceva exotic, să adaugă acolo la poveste ceva exotic acolo, pune Gypsy, dar nu... Problema e cu reprezentația asta e că nu consultă comunitatea noastră, nu ne întreabă, tradiția asta e corect, e corect ce citesc pe internet despre voi, și asta creează mai multe stereotipe.
This fight is nothing new. Since the 1930s, when Romani people first organized in the first General Union of Roma in Romania, they have been fighting and taking to the streets for equal rights, civil rights, and the ability to be a part of society. Even to this day, you will see protests of Roma saying, "We want to work, we want to go to school, but these racial stereotypes need to stop. They're holding us back." Because yes, there are Roma who engage in scamming, pickpocketing, begging, and other forms of crimes. But this exists in every single culture, and it's a symptom of poverty. The problem is people attribute these symptoms of poverty to Romani people in our culture, saying we teach our kids from young to steal and beg, it's part of our culture. When one Romani person does a bad thing, or even a group of individuals, they blame our people as a whole, because that is the only representation they see of Romani people. Some even say it's in our blood to be criminals. Others say our culture is the problem, and that we must assimilate and give up our culture, or else we're all criminals. So of course, what Romani people want to get a job and better their situation and escape from that system of poverty. They go to an employer and the employer sees their skin color, they see their features, they see their Romani clothing, their Romani accent, their Romani name, and they say, "Oh no, I'm not gonna hire him. He's Gypsy. They're all criminals. He'll steal from me. They're not good for work." Or Romani children who want to go to school, they want to go get an education, they want to better themselves. They go to school and they're bullied and harassed because of their skin color, because of the way they look, because of their culture. And this is not just by the fellow students, this is also by the teachers and the faculty. And that is actually true stories that I've heard from Romani children, and why many parents are hesitant to send their children to school. This is why you see a lot of Romani immigrants around the world coming from Romania, because they don't see a future for themselves or their family in these conditions. There's no opportunities for advancement. They're stuck in the system. Romani parents want their children to grow up with opportunities. They want them to grow up away from these racial stereotypes, away from this racial segregation that exists in society. Still, things are changing for the better even in Romania, thanks to the hard work of Roma changemakers around the country. Because of a chance encounter while I was walking through the streets of my hometown in Craiova, I actually got to attend a meeting of the Party of the Roma, Partida Romilor, the national political party of the Romani people and an organization for Romani rights. It was a meeting for the Roma youth and changemakers of the region, and it had a special guest of the president of the National Agency for Roma in Romania as a speaker. During the meeting, the topics of representation and reputation were brought up, and how Romani people don't really have a good one. The first thing people think about Romani people are these negative stereotypes. The speakers talked about their continued work and activities in educating the Romanian public on how these stereotypes do not reflect our culture and our values. The speakers also emphasized the power of youth and their role as changemakers, that we have the power to change these misconceptions, to show people what our culture and our values are actually like, what our people are actually like. And truly, I already see change happening. During my trip, I saw so many Romani lawyers, entrepreneurs, activists, engineers, doctors, college students, and more. I've seen entire social media pages like Starea Romilor celebrating Romani college graduates, so many Romani college graduates, and all of their amazing jobs that they're doing for society. And honestly, I didn't encounter a single thief, a single criminal, a single pickpocketer, even a single beggar. What I did see was a lot of assumptions, a lot of racial profiling, a lot of assuming that people were criminals just because of the way that they looked. For example, the beautiful Romani palaces that you see all over the country in Romania. What's the deal with them? Well, if you ask a Romanian, they'll probably say, oh, they're stolen money from the UK or abroad, and that they used to build these palaces. However, that's not exactly the truth. You see, after slavery, the Calderaș, the clan that's most known for these palaces, also called the Călderar, my clan, went from village to village fixing copper cauldrons in exchange for money, gold coins. They carry this gold on them at all times while they moved from village to village to village. When Romania fell under communism, everybody's gold was taken. The Romanians, the Roma, everybody. When the communist regime ended, a small part of that gold was returned to a minority of Roma, and they used that gold to build these palaces, or castellos as we call them. They were built in a unique Romani architectural style, most of them before Romania even joined the EU. And yes, while they may not be everybody's cup of tea, and some of them do fall into the McMansion territory, some of them can actually be genuinely beautiful. And a lot of Romani people don't like them either. But the idea is, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, and you shouldn't homogenize a very, very diverse group of people as having one mentality. Romania itself is home to over 100 different Romani clans and subgroups, each divided into their own families and with a lot of diverse traditions. Now, if you've noticed, my intention throughout this video was not to prove to you that these stereotypes are false and that they don't exist. Because everybody holds stereotypes. It's human nature and they exist for a reason. However, the problem is when you only know of the negative stereotypes of Romani people and that is the only representation that you have. I want this video to serve as another representation, to see the positive part of our culture, and to show all the work that is being done by Romani people to improve our conditions. Because yes, the vast majority of Romani people live below the poverty lines and suffer the symptoms of poverty. This is because of a system of poverty caused by these racial stereotypes. But let this video serve as a representation of what can happen if we diminish or get rid of these racial stereotypes, how Romani culture can advance, and how our society as a whole can advance. As Roma are able to escape this system of poverty and systemic racism, the age of marriage goes up, more education for Romani children, more Romani people in positions of power and having a voice. And you watching this have the power to make that happen by helping spread the truth about Roma and Romania, letting people see this positive representation so that they don't only hold those negative stereotypes, they have another side of the story. Thank you again for watching this video and taking the time to educate yourselves. And thank you so much for 100,000 followers, that's amazing. I'll end this video off with a clip of a message that I have for my fans and my followers that support me and continuously educate themselves about Romani people and culture. Thank you again. Devlesa.
Mulțumesc mult, mulțumesc că ați stat să asculți, ați vrut să te educhezi să iei o educație mai bună despre rom și să asculți despre istoria noastră și tot ce am făcut. Na isto mengă romale, șavale, avem bahtale.